Billie Eilish just showed us two things with this new album, and that's that you don't need 30 songs. Okay, that's too much. It's too much. And it's about the quality of the songs and not the quantity. I'm like still trying to process this album because that was I really forgot how good Billie's vocals are, like how soothing, how angelic, how smooth they can be. Phineas on this record did absolutely amazing in so many ways, so many ways. I love that beautiful orchestration at the end of Skinny. It had such like an epic like movie roll the credits kind of feel, like you're just at the end of some kind of like long journey. There's just so many different vibes to catch. Like each song feels like something new, feels like a different experience, feels like you can't predict how it's gonna sound. I love that. It makes it such an enjoyable listen. I don't want an album that feels like a monotonous continuation of like the same song, you know. You can't really tell if the song ended. Like this thing keeps you on your toes. You don't know what kind of sound Phineas is gonna throw at you. You don't know what kind of vocals Billie's gonna throw at you. Like just listen to Birds of a Feather, then listen to The Greatest, then listen to L'amour de ma vie, then listen to Lunch. It's like there's just something for everyone here. There's just so much variety, so much flavor. Like this is what an album is supposed to feel like. Jack, please take notes. Lunch though has been on repeat for like the last 24 hours. The punchy fucking drums, the chunky bass line, amazing. I love the music video that she dropped for it as well. So 2000s, so simple, so fun. I think that definitely was the right song to make a single. I think it's like one of the catchiest songs on here, and one of the most like more mainstream sounding, like more palatable. I also love how she didn't drop a single at all. Like she waited until after the album dropped to give us Lunch as a single. And I don't know, I kind of like that. I feel like that's kind of different. I feel like you don't see a lot of people these days do that kind of rollout. Like they'll give us 5 or 6 singles before the album drops, and like I don't know, I don't really like listening to so much of the album before the album comes out. So she kind of like didn't give us any idea of what the heck this is going to be sounding like until it dropped, which I thought was pretty dope. This dude Finn, bro, Phineas, Fintavious, Spinosaurus Rex. Listen, this man went crazy on the production. Some of the synths and some of the bass lines on here, they feel so otherworldly, and like you're just ascending as the song is progressing, and like you get that payoff every time. You get that payoff every time. You don't get blue balled like on Chihiro, which is one of my favorites on here. And that song is so abstract and so unique. I also loved his additional vocals on there too. And that song gave me like big Spirited Away vibes, as the title of the song would suggest, being named after the main character of that movie. Her range also shines so much on this record, and I feel like a lot of people think Billie don't got range. Like she's always just whispering, you know, she can't hit a high note, but she really displays her range very well, better than any of her last albums. Like with that high-pitched falsetto on Chihiro, just sounding so gorgeous. Birds of a Feather shows it really well too, as well as The Greatest. Oh my god, The Greatest. The greatest. So many bangers on here. Speaking of Birds of a Feather though, that song really gave me like a Paramore After Laughter, maybe like a sprinkle of like Clairo bedroom pop kind of feel, especially on Birds of a Feather though. Even just down to the lyrics. I don't know what I'm crying for. I don't think I can love you more. And I swear when she goes, I'll love you till the day that I die, I thought it was Hayley Williams in that bitch. But I just love every second of that song. And I think at this point I was just like, what the what is going on? Because it's like it was just like banger after banger after banger at this point, and I'm just like, can we relax? And we did, after she finally slowed it down with the little ballad and Wildflower. And I was like, okay, I can breathe, I can process the first couple of songs now. Okay, at least that's what I thought, until she proceeded to further eviscerate me. It's like she's not letting me breathe. Then she hit me with The Greatest, and I'm just like, at this point I'm just like, yeah, this is album of the year. This is album of the year, bro. I don't care. And I wasn't even done listening to it, and I was already like, yep, this is, I've heard enough. That might be one of my favorite songs of the entire year so far, the greatest. Then I get hit with L'amour de ma vie, and I'm just like I cannot predict what the next song is gonna sound like. It's just like something different every time. And not only the start of the song, but as the song progresses, I truly don't know which direction it's gonna go. Like, it started as this very laveway coded track with more of an electronic edge to it. Then this girl took me completely off guard and transitioned it into a goddamn Charlie XCX type beat. And I think at this point, Phineas and Billie were just having fun. Like, they were just playing around at this point, and like with the auto tune. And I really liked how Billie's vocals sounded with auto tune. I mean, obviously she doesn't need it, but in like a stylistic kind of way, like she really shows the right way to use auto tune. Very Charlie coded, but it just sounded like a completely different artist, like such a different vibe than what we're used to seeing with Billie. So it was really cool to see, and it was really like, I could not have expected this kind of sound out of Billie Eilish, but it was such a breath of fresh air, and I thoroughly enjoyed that switch up. But it was such a nice breath of fresh air, and I thoroughly enjoyed that switch up. I think that song is a great showcase of just how unpredictable this album is, and I think that's what I loved about it the most. From the chord progressions to the beat switches to the vocals, you just couldn't predict. You just couldn't tell what kind of sound you were gonna get, and it made it such a fun listen. Like, there's so much replay value. The beat switch in Bittersweet was so fire too. That last one at the end was so good. Like, it just transitions so seamlessly into these beautiful synth sounds that play us out. Like, Phineas really did his damn thing, bro. He really did his damn thing on here. And then the transition from Bittersweet to Blue was like, I didn't even realize that the song ended and that it was transitioning into another song. I guess you could say that song really blew me away. I love water-based album covers. I don't know what it is, but it's such a vibe. Like, it's giving Titanic Rising. It's like Billie just falling into the water, and there's like a door. I don't know. It's pretty like simplistic, but it's a vibe. It's just like, I don't know. It's just like a nice little cover. Gives me the feeling of like drowning in your like emotions or something like that type shit. Oh yeah, I forgot about The Diner. That song kind of just felt like classic Billie, something that could have been on Don't Smile at Me maybe. Again, there's just a track for everybody on here. There's just like so many genres hit in just 10 songs. I feel like Eminem could go crazy on that beat too. Okay, now back to Blue. This song was incredible, and it was the perfect way to end an album. The vocals, the Phineas, you were born bluer than a butterfly, beautiful and so deprived of oxygen, colder than your father's eyes. He never learned to sympathize with anyone. What do you even say? What do you even say for a track like that? Like, what do you even say? Like, I don't know what to say. Like, why did this song feel like 10 different songs in one? Why did this one song clear every song on the Tortured Poets department? I sleep about 3 hours each night means only 21 hours a week now. It's like she's speaking my truth. It's like she's speaking to me. It's like I feel that. It's like she's living my life. Overall though, this album was amazing. Album of the year. I don't care. I've heard enough. I've seen enough. This is now the album to beat. Go debate your mother, not me. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. I don't know. Just hand her a Grammy, man.